are on Medieval Dynasty episode 101. So I got about 2 minutes into the last one, and the game just completely hard crashed on me. So that was cool. Lately, the technology has been testing my patience, which I hate when technology doesn't work. It's like one of my big pet peeves, because it's like, you know, you literally only have one thing to do, and that's like whatever part of the technology that you are, like you're supposed to just work. That's why you're here. So when it doesn't, I get like pretty annoyed. But regardless, we're back. It was only like 2 minutes in, so I didn't really lose that much. So I'm just gonna, like obviously none of you heard that, but I'm gonna do it again. So chest-wise, right, we're heading in the right direction here. We do have a couple odds and ends of bits in there. Remember we had that bandit camp, but like I'll get rid of that the next time I go somewhere. The big thing is, right, we want to look here. And if we sort by our weight, you can see salt is still up there, which it's fine. We have 3 mothers yet who are fishermen, and when they come back, that'll kind of even out more for us. We are selling a little bit of firewood now, so I got to kind of keep an eye on that, right? I don't want the firewood to go down to 0, but I didn't do it. I wasn't too aggressive with it. We should still be pretty even. I think we're selling like 60 a day. Logs and planks are kind of working themselves out. Iron's kind of working itself out. Clay's working itself out. So we're heading in the right direction there, which is nice. The market's doing what it should be doing. As far as anything else, we got food. We've got the firewood, like I said. The water's keeping up. So, the automation of the village is looking pretty good. So, I guess what we can do is we are going to work on the fishing village a little bit, like I said in the last episode, which if you haven't checked it out, 100th episode was a lot of fun. I talked for 26 minutes thanking people and whatnot, which is much longer than I had planned on doing, but, I thought it was just kind of not warranted. It's not the right word, but, like it wasn't needed, but I wanted to do it, right? It's the 100th episode. Everything's going really well. And a lot of it is we just got a lot of cool people around, whether it's people that are watching every day, people that are watching and commenting, all that stuff. So if you missed it, go check it out. Maybe your name was in there. I tried to thank as many people as I could, at least like the ones who do the comments all the time and all that. So, but yeah, check it out. It was a lot of fun to do. And there's a little bit of gameplay at the end. I timestamp it and all that jazz. So, check it out if you haven't yet. And kind of gives us the direction we're going to go in as well. So, today, though, right, I want to make this look more town-ish. So I think I'm just going to kind of start from one side and, like, start having at her. The big thing is I got to decide on how I want to do yards. So I think I'm going to go with this kind of look, where I'm going to put up a trellis in the entryway, and then we're going to go yards from there. Now the big thing is I don't know if I want to do stone or if we want to do fencing. I'm thinking stone might look pretty cool in this place. We'll do the trellis and the stone look for the yards. We'll add some basic yard stuff, kind of like we've been doing, right? Where we add a little bit of basics to the houses. But yeah, that's what today's episode's going to be. It's going to be all decoration. If it's not your thing, I'm sorry. That's kind of where we're at with a lot of the episodes. Tomorrow will be a mission episode, but today I think, I'm going to start over here, I think, and we're going to put up some yards and kind of, let her come to life a little bit. So I guess with that, we got to start somewhere. So I'm not going to do the gate thing, right? Like I'm going to do a trellis entryway and stone, I think, is kind of what I'm looking for in this. Which, like here, I don't know if we really need an entryway here. So this is going to be like the hardest part. Dude, just walking out in the water over there. Right, because we could have the trellis come out, like, here. Right, we're going to need a stone divider. The hard part is how far out am I going to have this baby go? This first one might look a little different, but, we gotta get started somewhere. So let's start putting some stuff down. I think I'm going to go square trellises here. And And we'll kind of just have, you know, like an entryway, and we'll build off of that. So let's see how this goes. I don't know. Let's put that there. Again, we're kind of just shooting from the hip on this one, right? But I really, you know, putting down the trellis first is, in my opinion, the way to go. And then we can have just, you know, a stone that leads out to here. Right, that'll be kind of the front part of it. And then we'll have... kind of want this to go here, but we do need, right, we need a walkway that's going to come around here, and then, like, these guys are going to need some yardage, too. So, yeah, it can't be that big. Right? I think... Yeah, it's got to go into about there. This first part's going to look a little... It's going to look a little interesting. Let's see if we can do... I wonder if we can do it to like there. I want to have a little bit of space in between, right? And then we'll have some yardage here, right? And then their backyard will go out to about here. I don't know if the water's going to make that look kind of funky. I think it'll be all right. So let's get that up. The nice thing is it's pretty flat here, so we should be pretty good. Again, I'm going to put a lot of this stuff up, and then I should get to comments after this one by the time the next video goes up. That's one of the downfalls to, like, I'm starting to get really busy, right? So, like, I've recorded this one kind of ahead of time compared to some of the other ones. You know, and that's just going to be kind of a thing going forward. So, and what I'm getting at, right, is I'm going to have to start recording, you know, like, a few episodes without being able to take suggestions, and then, you know, eventually I'm going to get to them, but it's just not going to be as fast as it was. So, again, I hope it doesn't tick people off. It's just kind of what I got to do right now. But yeah, everyone's been understanding of what's going on. So, all right, it's just something I got to do. Got to get that baseball in. Got to get those monies. All right, let's get these guys' yards set up, and then we'll go back in after we get a couple of these initial ones set up. Boop, 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 boop. See how we can. What am I know I'm stuck on that tree. Feel like that's gonna be about right there. We'll get as close to the hill as we can. Boom. Get these guys going. Yeah, like I said, we're kind of gonna work our way over. So I want to do, you know, a couple houses at a time, but kind of just a relaxing episode. We're just gonna, you know, put stuff up, and you know, do a little decorating. All right. So here's what I'm thinking, right? So this is gonna go. You know, let's make her come out of here like usual. Okay. And now we're gonna have that like walkway right there. So I'm gonna go here, right? And then that walkway is gonna go right in there. I think that'll be pretty cool, right? And then we're gonna give these guys like, maybe we'll give them this whole yard over here. That might be kind of cool. Kind of like that idea. All right, so we'll give them this, and then this walkway is gonna go through here. Watch out, buddy! If I hit you with this hammer, I don't know what happens. I've never killed an NPC. I don't even know if you can. I don't want to really. I mean, I kind of want to try and reload it, but we'll get to that. Right. So there's those two. Let's right. And I don't think we really need a this is like a food thing, so we don't need a yard there. I think if we get some yardage going here, yeah, that'll look good. Let's do these two houses first. Kind of want to get these in, see how it's gonna look, and then get some roads down. And so we're kind of gonna go with our basics here, right? Like they're gonna want, you know, they're probably gonna want to do some laundry here, and they're gonna have a laundry clothesline. Doop, doop, doop. right? Maybe their stuff's kind of drying. Trying like right here. And then this will, you know, it's a little cramped in here. But we're also gonna need, you know, like we're gonna chop some wood right about there probably. And then maybe they got a bit of a firewood pile. Not there. Over here. Yeah, that'll look pretty good right there, I think. All right, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so they got a bit of a yard going, and then I do want to get some of the decorations up for everybody. So we'll probably go decorative shutters for just about everybody, and then we're gonna put up one of these, and we're just gonna pick a random kind of thing for them. So we'll get these in. Yeah, this will be, you know, this will about be today's video. A lot of what you're looking at right now. Hopefully it's relaxing. Grab some popcorn. We'll tell some stories. Dandelions. And beautiful, beautiful. They got that other part going up, and then if we look at their stuff, see they're getting happier. They said, "Oh, hey, you finally made our house look better." Oh, we can do the doors too. Let's do some doors. It doesn't really matter, you know, like which door we do, but yeah, already looks nicer. That's going to be the gist of the episode today, right? We're gonna be basically doing what we're doing right there to all the houses. It is starting to get a little dark. We'll put up a.
Only I could make a bench myself, but it's just too hard.
If I can make a bench myself, nice. Yeah, I know it's gonna get a little dark here, so let's try to get a couple more things up. Maybe we'll do this house, and then we'll call her a night. Chicory. So we're gonna go chicory with these guys. Oop. And then we'll put up your shutters. Beautiful. Looks good. Looks good. Yeah, hopefully everybody's having a good day. The weather's kind of warming up. Hopefully where you're at, or maybe it's getting colder. One of the interesting things, you know, and I didn't really mention it in that 100th episode, but like we have a good diverse community going where I want to say we're almost down to like where 33% of the people are American, which not that I have anything against the Americans, but you know, it's just cool that there's so many people from other countries watching, which I really like. I think that's super cool. All right, so that house is good, right? These people should be getting a little happier. Love it. Yeah. All right, let's go build us a fire. We're going to be camping out at the village here. We probably could build ourselves a house down here, but you know, I love camping, so let's we're gonna camp out amongst the peoples. All right, let's sleep to the next day. Let me get a drink. I still got some of my energy, not my energy drink, but my C4. I just got done working out. So I'm feeling pretty awesome. I had a little bit of that left, so you know, I should be drinking a protein shake, but I'm like, oh, dude, I want to finish that off. It's so good. That's probably the favorite part. It's the most favorite part of my day is when I love the energy drink before the workout. It's just it is my favorite. Man, and I get that stuff that makes you all tingly too, which some people don't like, but I love it. Oh man! All right, enough about that. Let's get our usual stations in here. Right, so they're gonna do some laundry back here. Kind of a pretty area for their laundry. Yep. Nope. What am I doing? Laundry. Clotheslines. Let's put up one of these, maybe like right there. Sure. And they're gonna chop some wood back here. Dude, this would be a sick house. These guys got a sweet yard. I think that'd be where I'd chop some wood, maybe. Oh, and then let's put up some firewood for them. I've got a feeling these guys got a big old wood pile sitting right there. Yeah, that's nice. It's the little things. Right? That's, yeah. These guys' yard looks sick. I like this house. Oh, God. You are just staring me down. What'd I do? Why are you so mad? Just looking angry at me, right? Alright, so this is going to be... Right, we're going to have a road coming from here. I'm probably going to do all the roads after we get the decorating done, I'm thinking. Right, kind of just want this one to plop out here. How far are you going to go? Alright. Right, then we got, you know, just a little road to the food storage. Alright, let's continue on. Let's concentrate on these couple next houses. We'll get these bad boys done. Let's get our trellises up. Right, so let's see. That road's gonna kind of come down into here. Right, we'll put a trellis right there. You guys are gonna have a trellis. And I'm probably gonna have to get rid of these roads. I think I'm gonna want your trellis like right there. Yeah. Watch out, kid. You're in my way. I will. I will not smack you with this hammer because I feel like that's a good way to get your video taken down. That's one of the things I thought about in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. You know, if we do a Dark Henry playthrough, right? Like, I'm definitely gonna have like a thing where it's like no women and children, right? Like, even if you're a bad guy, I feel like I can't be that bad of a bad guy. I would just feel, I don't know. I couldn't do it, right? And I don't know how all that stuff goes on YouTube and all that crap, but you know, we won't be the ultra bad guy. All right, let's get. Oh my God, kid, if you just could move a little bit. Right, I feel like that one's probably gonna be right there. Is not a bad spot. And then we'll kind of connect everything in. Gonna need a little bit of a another boost here. Don't worry, it's still the healthy stuff. I don't need I don't want anybody yelling at me. All right, so kind of coming into here, I think. Probably a good spot for that. Watch out, buddy. Oh, he's not wearing shoes. I have, for having all the like scar tissue that I do on my feet, you would think I'd be able to just walk around wherever. But man, I have such weak feet when it comes to, like, I can hike forever, you know, like that's not a thing. It's the, like, walking barefoot. Oh, I don't know how people do it. Like, if I step on a tiny little stone barefoot, I'm toast.
I could really do with a drink.
I'm down for the count. Oh, we got to get our guy here. Get him some juice. All right, let's get that kind of lined up here. There we go. All right, that should be pretty good. And then we'll put up a kind of a middle yard thing there for these guys and girls. Gotta get our guys some food and water here quick too. Ciao, little kid. Jesus, swinging a hammer here. Can't you see anything? All right, let's go over here. Oh, right, like barefoot on these, I would be toast. Oh man, I'm kind of blocked in. All right, we should have ate our thing first. That's fine. What does this do? Less stamina consumption. A lot of food in that too. That'll work. Yeah. I still like the little town square here. It's simple, but it, you know, kind of following the whole theme of what we're doing here, which I like. Do we have a shared yard here? Or do you guys want your own space? That would be... Right? Like, I mean, I could do it either way. Maybe we'll have just like a big shared yard here. So then what we could do, right? Like this would be... Maybe like this is the laundry station. And then you also can cut up some firewood right here while you're watching the water. Look at all these people just hanging out in the water. It's the beach day. Oh man. And then let's get some firewood going here. All right. So you guys got a bunch. Big old firewood pile. I want to get it as close to the house as I can. That looks pretty solid. I do want to change it up Kind of makes it look a little more natural. Maybe you guys have a big, massive one. The thing with this is those sticks, when they get into the house, they don't clip in too much. They let me clip a little bit there. That was good. I like how that looks. And then we do need some laundry lines out here. We got a big old full one right there. Yeah, that'd be pretty sick. And then I don't want to completely block their view, right? So maybe these guys. Can I put it back here? Oh, nice. All right, that'd be sick. Yeah, nice little view of what's going on. All right, now let's get their decorative stuff up here. Do they have a light? Yep, they have a light. We're gonna make sure everybody's got a light. We're gonna put that bad boy up. I am opening the shutters for everybody because I think that's a thing. Somebody can probably correct me. I don't know if they open up on their own. I've kind of tried to test it, and I feel like if you open them up, they open up and they like open and close on their own. So I don't know. Not quite sure. But either way, I mean, not a big deal. You know, like I feel like they're just not open if you don't open them. Put that in, and we got St. John's here. That house is done, right? Yep. Got this, that, and you, and you, and you. All right. Oh, crap. I suppose we should finish the fence. Do. There we go. Just kind of connect this bad boy on over here. And that looks pretty good. Yes. Stone fence is, you know, a pretty easy one to work with. I think it looks nice. Right, like, look how much better that already looks, right? Like, it brings everything to life, I just think, so much more. So our roads should be okay over here. Let's get this house up decoratively, and then we will probably get our road systems going in. Alright, got you in, and should we go thistle at this house? Sure, why not? Yep, some pretty exciting gameplay, but like I'm out of thistle. Nope. Alright, you're going henbane. That's right, it's the spring. I think thistle isn't growing right now. Alright, henbane it is. But yeah, you know, I feel like sometimes it's nice just doing something simple, relaxing, you know, grab your popcorn. Does anybody actually do that? I wonder. That's another thing it shows me is and not that I'm like creeping on everybody, but it shows me what people watch the episodes on. And I was actually surprised that almost. Oh my god! Yep. All right, I'm just gonna mix it up. No, actually I can't. That's gonna make me feel weird. And I don't want to do St. John's again. Let's do daisies. Daisies. We may have to come change a couple of these later on when I actually have, you know, some stuff's in season. But yeah, what I was getting at, it lets me see what people watch stuff on. Ah, crap! Oh my god. So, you know, it surprised me that almost a third of the people watch the episodes on their TV, which is super cool, right? Like smart TVs, and you probably get a good view of it. And I do make sure, I'm pretty sure every episode has been at 1080, right? Where you have the option to do 1080, right? A lot of people do 720, I think, on their phones because it doesn't really go past that unless you got like a super crazy fancy phone, I guess. But yeah, a lot of people watch it on their TV, so I thought that was cool. Give you kind of a bigger view of everything. You know, I thought that was pretty neat. Yeah, and then I would say 20%-ish are on their phones, another 20% are on tablets, or maybe 40 was on the phones, 20 on the tablets, something like that. I can't remember. All right, let's get these roads going, and what I'm probably going to do is put this on destroy so I can kind of see where we're at road-wise. Come on. Man, why am I so far away from that? That's fine, though. We'll make her work. All right, so I'm going to have... I want you there. And then I want to kind of get that in the middle. We'll finish off that one house. And then I want you to kind of come along here. All right, we'll have that walkway here. Oh, little kid, are you in my way? Please move. Please move. Move now. Do it. Move. Move. Hey, scoot over, kid. Nice. That's funny. Oh, crap, I gotta... Hold on. Oh, man. Alright, let's go back at it. I gotta go there, and then we're gonna make this come along the wall here. Alright, so we kind of have our walkway along the wall. Oh my god. These kids are... Maybe they're not in the way. Maybe it was something else. Alright, and then we're gonna continue along the wall here. Right, and we got... Go to there, I think... Yeah, it's not gonna let me continue on. Alright, so that continues to this road. I think that's looking good. Oh, sorry. And then I think I want to have a road that continues along this way. Man, the talking takes a toll on the old voice-a-rinsky there. Alright, coming along here, coming along here. That looks nice. We're going to come over to here, kind of connect everything up. There we go. And then we're going to probably do that little bit next. Then we're going to need a road that kind of goes across here, I believe. And that should kind of finish this area off. Do we want it? Yeah, I guess like right about here is fine. Alright, a little autosave there. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. I think that looks good. I like that, right? Your pathway is kind of along the fence here. It does give us a little bit of space here. Which we're not going to do like another town square or something, but it does give me a little bit of flexibility if something comes up and I want to put it here. Maybe like a future update they do more decorative options. Yeah, I think, right, like just that little bit, I think adds a ton to it. Oh, I always do that. Right, I think that looks much better, right? We got the little pathways coming in. We do have that area to play around with later. You see how it's kind of like just more barren over there, right? Like there's not as... You need something. So let's continue on. I'm liking how it's turning out so far. Now here... Oh, let's see. I think we're going to want a path that goes across here. Right? Kind of comes out here. So we want our trellis about here. Again, you can tell a lot of this, right? We're just shooting from the hip, kind of going as we, doing as we go. I should look. How am I doing on stone? Okay, we're doing pretty good yet. That's why I don't like to completely dwindle my resources down. Because then, you know, like when I want to do a build like this, it's like, oh crap, now I don't have any resources. That sucks. So yeah, that's why the weight's never going to completely go away in the resource storage. It was getting a little out of hand. But I think people kind of know how I am by right now. I'm a bit of a hoarder when it comes to these kind of games. I like to have a lot of stuff. So now here, I feel like do I make the path first? I think I want to make the path first. So let's do... let me see. Let's do that. Is this crap in my way? I think it might be. But, you know, no big deal. Let's see. Let's kind of see where we can start off. Got our little mine entrance. That'd be another thing we could do is we could... obstacles. Okay. Maybe let's have the road start here. And I'll go in as close as I can get. That might be a better... That might be a better game plan. Okay. And then we'll have you kind of butt off to the storage here. And then we'll continue on with our road. Now let me see. Kind of want to make it come out to here, I think, and we're going to go across. Let's see. Kind of want to make it straight to like there, I guess.
People, I'm practically losing
Right, and this road, like I feel like we can have it go all the way down here. And then we will connect it to the main road over here. Okay, so that's kind of like the main walkway, and then we're going to do these houses as well, and we'll add to that. But if I set up the roads now, with this trellised area, what we can do is take our stone, check and look at something. All right. And then we're going to kind of go down to here, right? And this will be their, you know, like their yard. Kind of going to come all the way to the mines. Oh, yeah, I like that. That looks sick. How close can I get to... I wish it would let me clip a little bit more. I think that'll be okay. Oh, crap! You suck! Alright, well, there we go. Okay. Let me find the right freaking button here. There we go. Yeah. Alright, let's get this stone fence up. Oh, you're gonna wanna move. I'm putting stuff up there.
Hail, friend.
Did you move a little? I like that that's an option. Can you imagine, like, I hit that stone fence and, like, the physics takes over and she just goes flying into the atmosphere or something stupid? Yeah, I should have done it. That'd have made a pretty good short. So these folks here, they got a pretty sweet house. They got a little bit of yard to work with. Kind of nice. I was just looking at the time. This might be a two-parter. Which is cool, you know. It's not bad, and I don't really want to like speed it up or anything. Like I kind of want just, you know, to hang out with everybody. Let's do chicory here again. Yep. That'd be another thing that we can look at pretty soon is what I just went on there, like the colors and all of that. Now that we have a lot of dyes, you know, that's something we can definitely kind of look into doing. Maybe on some of the resource buildings and whatnot. Alright, well, you chicory. Again, we're kind of just getting those initial things in. Which I think it's looking pretty solid already. Alright, that looks good, that looks good. Now these guys got a big yard. That's pretty sick. Feel like maybe they do their wood cutting over here. Alright, and then we need a wood pile. I like that this area is so flat. This is definitely one of my favorite areas. If I did another... if I do a second or another walkthrough, or, you know, like they do a big update and it's like, oh man, this update's so cool, we almost gotta like just restart a new village. Like, we'll still keep this village, but say we do make another village, I think the next one I'm gonna do is I might do some stuff here like I am, but I'm gonna build over there. Kind of where like the, you know, if I ever get to the guides, kind of like where that guide area is. I don't remember how long ago we did that. I feel like 10, 15 episodes ago we set up the guide area. But yeah, that's kind of a thing on the docket still. All right, so we got some wood. You know, and then maybe on this side is where they do their laundry. So let's get our nice little laundry station up here, and then you know they say hi to the folks that are heading into the mine. We got some laundry drying back here. You know, that way as you're walking into the mine, you can kind of see what their underwear looks like, I guess. That's weird, right? All right, another house complete. And then now we just got to connect the road systems for these folks here. Which I'm thinking, how do we want to do that? We might just go straight across from this area. So if we go straight across here, we'll connect it to this road. Okay. And then I think I got to do some roads to the actual house yet. I gotta check those other ones. I don't think I did this for the other ones yet. Right? They want a little house that, or a little path that goes in. Let's take a look-see. Yeah. Let me put those in quick. Yeah, kind of just a relaxing, straight decor episode. I wonder. I don't know. I wonder. Like when I do these, should I go with like the Bob Ross like calming, you know, like calming voice as I do this? So yeah, everyone would fall asleep then probably. That'd be the thing. There's a dude I love watching him. He's a Navy pilot. I know I've mentioned him before, but his YouTube channel is called Growler Jams. He's a Navy pilot, and he just goes through how he lands, you know, planes on the aircraft carrier and whatnot. But people call him the Bob Ross of like fighter pilots, or the Bob Ross of the Navy. He's got just the most relaxing, calming voice, but like his job is incredibly stressful. Like those pilots are super smart, you know, and they have to be, right? There's a lot going on there, and that's a big, expensive piece of machinery those guys are using. So it's the coolest thing ever. Like I'm a big fan of his. You know, he's just a cool dude. He's just a Navy guy, and he puts up these relaxing videos. It's just like if Bob Ross joined the Navy and was landing a fighter jet on an aircraft carrier, that's what it would sound like. So super cool. Let's see. Do we kind of want to do? I kind of want to do these two next. And yeah, I'm thinking this might be a two-parter. I'm gonna keep going. We'll see. Maybe we'll have to like start the next episode with this, but that's looking solid. I really like how everything's kind of coming together so far. Ooh, hold on. We did forget a couple things. I'm sure some people were yelling, "Oh, you forgot the door and you didn't check the light." There we go. Looks nice. Very pretty. I don't think I can put a light on this building. No, this is just a color thing, so. All right. And then we do have our lighting in here. Yeah, so that looks nice. I like how that fish market turned out. I don't think we can put any lighting on this. Framing? Wall? Yeah, just banners. They got a light in the inside, so it's fine. I don't think we can sleep yet, can we? Let's check. Let's get this bad boy lit. We are... Yeah, let's sleep. It's going to get pretty dark here. Then we'll kind of continue on. Ugh, of course it's raining. Gross. Well, now you'll get the soothing sounds of the rain. I think what we're gonna do here is we're gonna change this one up a little bit. I kind of want, I'm gonna stick with the theme yet. All right, but let's, kind of stick with this theme of what we've been doing here. We'll kind of trellis up these spots, and then I think what I'm gonna do is for these, we're gonna come out this way. So I want to come out here-ish. Make sure that's pretty straight. And then we're just going to go to the corner of the building. Best we can. right, and more fencing, and then I'm gonna do again the corner of the building here. I wish that stupid bush wasn't there. Where's the corner? Right about there-ish. All right, let's see how far out I gotta go. Okay, right, and then we'll just go in here best we can. Got some obstacles. Can I make it any closer? Well, I guess that's going to be about the best we can do. Right, the clipping, not the greatest yet, but it looks okay. If if you're standing way over here, look at that. Like it looks like it's going to the back of the rocks. Gotta use your imagination a little bit on that one. All right, so let's get this bad boy up, and you can see we are getting a little lower on the stone, which is fine. We do have a bunch coming in. What's that? Just a piece of salt. I don't know where that came from. I guess that was probably when we were putting salt in the bottom of those barrels to kind of look like ice for the fish, and some just went crazy. All right, so then what I'm going to do is we're just going to connect these two trellises, and we'll put something in the middle. Kind of give them their privacy, as the as we say in America. I know some cultures say privacy, right? Is that a British thing? I don't know. All the British fans right now are just like, oh, that's a freaking idiot. I'm sorry. Now, do you want to have... I think... Where do I want to connect this to? I think I want to connect this side to... like this corner right here. Yeah. I like that. I like it. The goats. You hear the goats? Somebody left a comment about like some baby goats. I think it was Dreadnought. He like subscribed to some dude or girl maybe. And their channel, they just have like baby goats. So I don't know if they're like a farmer or whatever. But I was like, oh man, that's something I would watch. Friggin' goats are so cool. I think they're hilarious. The little fainting goats, or they have like the videos of the goats who like their voice box thing is kind of, and it's not a deformity, but like they don't do the reverberation. They have like no reverberation, so it sounds like just like a person screaming when they do their goat thing. It's so funny, man. I could watch that all day. Oh man. All right, let's get you as close as we can. That should be pretty good. And then again, I'm just gonna kind of bring this out to here farthest that I can. Is it the tree in the way or no? Yeah, it's just the. It's just that's where we can go. That's fine. All right, gotta use imagination a little bit. A little more clipping would be cool, but you know that probably takes a fair amount of programming to change and all that. So we're not gonna worry about it. All right, let's get these guys up and running. Let's do, yeah, let's get some of this up. Get these shutters and all this going. Oh, what haven't we done as much? We got some henbane kind of coming in now. Let's do dandelions with these guys. Spot. Those in, open those up, very nice, very nice. We got something back here, there we do. Again, I'm not sure if this is everybody's cup of tea, you know, right, if it's not, I completely understand, but, you know, some people like the gameplay, some people like watching this, so we're gonna throw some of this in there for a couple episodes. Let's do the door. Give him a nice little door, and on the wall, we gotta make sure we got a lantern up there. Beautiful. All right, that one looks pretty solid. Let's get. Oh, where are you guys gonna work? You're like, they got some room back here, right? Little, not quite as straight. Maybe they're going to chop some wood right there. Put nice frickin' wood pile right here. Beautiful. And then maybe they'd like to do their laundry over here. Again, we will, as time goes, right? Kind of like we do most things. I like to set up the base stuff, and then we'll get kind of some more going. There we go. That looks nice. You know, as ideas come to us, we'll kind of keep adding on to everything. All right. Yeah. Next house. Whoop. Whoop. Got that going, got that going, and you are going to have daisies. Yep. Right. I think a lot of these ones I kind of put it. I usually put the like the stuff facing to where like the best view would be. Get those shutters in here. Ah, crap. We gotta go around. Oh, What we might need to kind of top these guys off. We need something that goes across here a little bit. Man, wish I could get that in there more. Ugh, really can't do too much there. There we go. That should be okay. Again, pretend it goes more in there. That'll be one of those things where if they do an update and like I can do more, I'm for sure going to. But I don't know. You never know. All right. And then this looks like a good spot to chop some wood. Right, gonna chop some wood in this corner. Maybe they got their firewood here. I kind of like putting it on the corner of the house. One of those things where it'd be nice if I could put, I don't know, something over it, right? Because you don't want your wood to just be soaking wet all the time. But you know, that's what we got so far in this game. So do the best with what we can. Maybe you do a little bit of laundry out front, and then you are going to hang your clothes. Going to hang them at an angle here. Ah, yeah. Hang them between the houses. Nice. Okay. Another house done. People are happy for the most part. Okay. So yeah, that's looking right. It looks much better, much more of a kind of a village feel to it. Now here, I should be able to go all the way in, and I don't think I'm going to go across with these. I think I'm just going to have them jet out. Maybe we'll have it jet at an angle. Let's start here. See how we do this one. Come on. Come on. There we go. I'm going to have it jet straight out, and then I'm going to angle it to the corner here where there's kind of a convergence of the roads. Wow, I can really get in there. Right? We got our little road convergence here. Yeah, I think that looks pretty solid. I like it. I like it. Ooh, we gotta go top our guy off. He's getting a little cranky. And really, we only got a few more houses to go. See how we doing on time? Not bad. Yeah, I think what we're gonna have to do is I'm gonna keep going, but we'll probably have to do a couple of these just to start off the next video. While I'm back here too, Miss Goozy. Let me get in there. Let's grab some food. Ooh, real quick, let's check. I want to see how our farms are doing. All right, so that one's good, that one's good, that one's good. These guys are working. They're making good headway. Oh, yeah. We're going to be good. Looking solid. Grab that. Grab a drinky drink. And now we got a bunch more like linen and all that stuff, so Right, I want to get some more of these fishing nets up. Right, I want to put like another one of these big long ones kind of here. And then feel like, do we want to put another big long one out front maybe? It's gonna let me. Oh, are you stuck right there? Nope, 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 nope. Come on. There we go. And then yeah, I think maybe do we put one like here? I don't know. Does that make sense? Right, kind of some more fishing stuff. I don't know. Just fishing stuff. We want fishing stuff, and you know, make it look cool. Right. Oh, we can insulate these. I might have to make more daub to insulate them though. Yeah, I'm a little short on that, so we'll come back to that. I'll try to make some off camera maybe. Yeah, we'll get there. All right, so let's kind of continue on. Maybe let's try to get one more house in before the end of the episode. Yeah, let's do that. All right. Actually, let's do a trellis first. All right, so this is going to be another one of those where it's kind of like here-ish. There's not going to be much in the front yard. But, you know, these ones that are right on the water, hey man, that's what you get. You get that view, your yard's a little smaller. So just going to connect you to there. I think that'll look good. Let me see, how far did I connect this out? Did I go all the way down? Ooh, I didn't, but I kind of want to keep it like that, I think. I want to extend it further. And then we're not going to do this house today. We're not going to have time, but let's just get the trellis up just so I can see where we're going to kind of go. Right, and I think like here would be good for that one. Right, and then we can just have like this one connect right out to here. I think that'll look good. We'll get our fencing going. Right, so we'll have here, we'll connect the trellises. I want to make sure I got that lined up good. Let's put this up. Whoop. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I think we're gonna have enough stone. Just barely have enough stone to kind of cover what we're doing here. Okay, let's put up our center fence here. Go as far as we can. And we're just gonna kind of eyeball a center here for him. Come on. Beautiful. All right. Got time for one more. Let's get one more house in before we go. Ooh, before I forget, let's do the door and the lantern up for them. Do they have a lantern inside? Some of these houses, yeah, I don't even think they have lanterns inside. That's another thing I'm gonna have to check for to make sure they do. I should have checked in those other ones right away. I forgot. We'll kind of do that when we come back next episode, I think. All right, wall view and go see John's work here. Very nice, very nice. It's looking good. We got the beautiful view in the back over here. Okay, one more. Got it. All right, that is looking nice. I think I'm gonna put their work materials over here. Got a little bit of a laundry station in the back, I think, right? It's pretty back there. Give you something to look at. Let's do, maybe they do clothes like right in the back here, right? Don't wanna screw up that view. And then they're gonna chop some wood probably right about there, right? Kind of back to back a little bit. Yeah, put a nice long firewood pile in here. Make sure that's even. All right, looking good, looking good. All right, let's take a peek at everything we've done. So that's gonna about finish it up for today's episode. But I think it looks way better, right? Like the houses, it looks much more like a village now. I think that's turning out pretty good, right? And we've kind of just done our basics. We do have a little bit of a free spot over there where I'm centered right now. But yeah, I think that is looking pretty solid. If you do have any ideas of things you'd like to add, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, we're going to kind of continue on. We got just a few more houses to do next episode, and then we'll probably get into a mission or so. And yeah, that'll kind of be it. But yeah, let me know what you think. I think it's looking much better than it did before. So we will we'll continue on next episode and get into a mission, kind of like I just mentioned. So with all that being said, hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. Go out there, be a good person. It's not that hard, and I will see you on the next one.